was a breeze.
Throw back a cold one with our crew. Tell you exactly what to do. Get ready to win all of your leads.
True Serum football. True Serum football. It might even help you get laid.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the True Serum Start Sit Sunday morning edition. I am Jordan Thomas, joined this morning with the lovely Travis Sumter. Travis Sumter, what's up, baby?
What's up? I just want to say one thing right off the bat this morning. Welcome to the Isaiah Pacheco train. Woo!
Man, I've got quite a few stashes of Pacheco. I drafted him a lot, kind of late round flyer, and the one league I really wanted him in, I had to drop him earlier because of injuries, so I don't think I'm getting it back, but it's all right. Isaiah Pacheco to the moon, though. I am with you 100%. It looks like we are already flooded with some questions this morning, so let's get to it. Mr. Joey Fickle, my normal co-host, says, let's go. Joey is at the doctor this morning, hoping Z-Man is doing okay. Keep us updated on that, my brother. Dynamite Drew, three-time TSF 144 top 10 scorer wants to know Big Bobby Tonyan or Dalton Schultz this week.
Man, that one's really tough, though. Tonyan had all that work last week. I mean, is that sustainable? I don't know, but I don't know. Like, we kind of talked Thursday, and I kind of like all the pieces in the Dallas offense. But I think I'll go Tonyan on this one this week, I think.
Yeah, so I would like to give Dalton Schultz, Dak Prescott a game or two to kind of get that rhythm back up and going. I do love Dalton Schultz moving forward. This is the get-right week for the Green Bay Packers. I strongly believe it. They're not going to lose against the Commanders. Aaron Rodgers has been outperformed by both Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson over the last 2 weeks. It's not going to happen with Taylor Heineke. Give me Big Bobby Tonyan. Good morning, Facebook user Vance here. Tua is back, baby. Dak is back, baby. Let's go. That is our official sideline reporter, Vance Schlitz, on the scene. Woo, we got our first Pacheco question. So Facebook user wants to know Isaiah Pacheco or Travis Etienne today. Where you going?
And that one's actually kind of tougher for me because, like, I think Etienne is kind of pulling the Pacheco himself in the offense. So I think I'm probably Etienne in this case.
I am fading Etienne pretty hard this week. I've been banging the drum for Etienne season since the preseason, but the Jaguars' run blocking is 27th in the NFL. The Giants allow the least amount of catches to running backs. And, you know, I did a video yesterday with Patriot Sports Radio where we talked about some betting lines and stuff like that. Did you know, Travis, that since 2012, the Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-39 against teams in the NFC? Ridiculous. 4-39 since 2012. With all that being said, I am going Pacheco in this one. I think he's going to get an opportunity. I think the Chiefs and 49ers game is going to be a really, really good one. So this week I'm fading Etienne. Next week I may say something different. Joey Fickle on that YouTube energy, banging that bell, wants to say, sup, babies?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to my ATN thing. It's kind of his usage has been there. He has yet to score a touchdown on the year, and that's kind of what I don't want to bank on that touchdown, but at the same time, eventually those touchdowns have to come with the production.
Big Kaiser, also a member of the Bang the Bell committee, wants to know morning Dak or Tua.
I'm gonna go Dak in probably the high scoring game of the week.
I don't know about you guys, but I woke up with some morning Dak this morning. Woo! Woo! I am also rolling Dak in this one. I am not as excited about this matchup as I think a lot of people. I still have a lot of questions about this Cowboys offense, even against this Lions awful defense. But I am not starting Tua with any kind of confidence yet. I want to see it first. Let's go. I picked him up too. Great job, Facebook user. Big Bobby Dynasty Swan said, "What's up, my friends? What is up, council member Bobby? Hope you are doing wonderful this morning, boy." We got Big Papa Pump. Where's his freaks at? Holla if you hear him. He's in here today too, brothers. Let's go, boys. He was in my free agency. Yeah, he was in a lot of people's free agencies. I think if you're in any kind of league that doesn't have the players like Travis Sumter in them, or like Colt Martin, or like Bobby Swan, who were kind of all over this guy in the preseason, I think he was available with like 70-something% of leagues out there, just not any of the ones I play in. Richard Mikhailov says, "Good morning to the sexiest fantasy football show alive." Ow! Ow! It's only sexy because you can walk up in it too, Richard Mikhailov. Joey Fickle said, "I like this video." Joey Fickle also banging that bell. Y'all should do more to be just like Joey Fickle. Matt Jonah wants to know, would you trust Sony Michel or Rex Burkhead over CMC?
No.
I absolutely would not. I don't know if CMC gets, bell cow volume or anything today, but they're going to have some packages for him. CMC's the kind of guy I could see him getting 3 touches and 2 touchdowns today. So I am not starting Sony Michel or Rex Burkhead over him in any capacity.
And I do know, too, I did hear the coaching staff say for the Texans that they want to get Dameon Pierce at least 20 touches in this game this week against Las Vegas. I think that's their best chance to win, is to run the ball with him. Burkhead, I'm not really that much of a fan of outside of 1 or 2 games in a year. And Sony Michel does have the excellent matchup against the Seattle Seahawks, who are allowing some of the most yards on the ground for running backs. The biggest thing would be is if the Chargers got an early lead, kept the early lead, and Sony Michel got a lot of work, and they kind of just rested Austin Eckler in the background. That would be your best hope. But even like CMC and his limited touches is going to probably outperform both those guys.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, Dameon Pierce, man, they're onto something there. Since week 3, Dameon Pierce is first in the league in broken tackles. Dameon Pierce is averaging 21.4 points per game and is second in the league in usage. The Raiders are not a good defense. They're 26th in tackling. So to me, it's Dameon Pierce to the moon, baby. And I just picked him in my weekly flex challenge. Thanks, Wyatt Brown. Always holding it down. Got a Facebook user, and I know exactly who this one is. What is up, Caps Lock Rich Abbott? He wants to know what's happening, fellas. We're just here to answer all your start-sit questions. We're here to wear Lion shirts to give them the bad juju and hope that the Cowboys win. And we are here to pray that the Bears can, be somewhat competitive against the Patriots. So that's what's happening, Wyatt. Caps Lock. Richard Mikhailov, Reynolds, Gordon, White, Pacheco for my final flex spot.
I don't know if I really believe in the Broncos coaching staff when they say that Gordon is still the starter there. I'm guessing Rachaad White for that one, and I'm probably going Pacheco. It's kind of a tough matchup, but the 49ers are kind of beat up too, so give me Pacheco in that final flex spot there.
I'm also taking Pacheco. Cortez Martin wants to know, B-Rob, Najee, Romeo Dubs, Pickens, Jacoby Myers. Pick one running back and one flex.
So for me, it's Jacoby Myers is always a weekly start for me. It doesn't matter if it's Zappy or Mac Jones. The dude's averaging about a 30% target share every week, so I'm pretty comfortable with having him in. I don't want any part of B-Rob against the Packers. I have to go Najee here.
So I'm definitely going to agree with you 100% on this. I want no part of B-Rob against anybody in this offense. I really want no part of Najee, but what can you do? And to me, Jacoby Myers is the smash. He's facing off against Kyler Gordon, who is allowing 2.27 yards per cover route, which is the third worst in the NFL today. Juicy ass matchup, averages almost 8 targets a game. Jacoby Myers is a smash start out of these guys. Seth I. Fricks with it wants to know Hunter Renfrow, Bobby Trees, or Jacoby Myers.
And I think I just kind of answered that too, Jacoby Myers.
So I do really like Bobby Trees this week. He did have 81% snaps last week, team high 29 routes on 8 targets. Colts have a really shitty secondary. I am choosing Jacoby Myers, but I would at least give some consideration to Bobby Trees. I want no part of Hunter Renfrow. We got Foster, Bellinger, Ingram, or Dulcich.
So I think we came back to this in our council meeting this morning, and I'm going to stick with Colt here. I'm going to go Dulcich. I believe that if anything, Ripon probably got a lot of the second team work, in the preseason and stuff like that. I believe that those two probably work together heavily, so I could see where they get Dulcich pretty involved in the game today.
Once again, me and Travis are going to continue to be on the same page today. Give me Dulcich or give me death. Up next, Facebook user Josh Allen on a bye. Need a quarterback. Pick one. Matt Ryan or Marcus Mariota.
So if you read my QBs of the week this week, Matty Ice it is. I think Matty Ice is back, and I think he's going to continue to smash week after week. This Titans team is really shitty in the secondary. They're giving up the second most passing yards to quarterbacks. It just feels like a smash matchup for Matt Ryan, and it was his second best fantasy outing on the year a few weeks ago against these same Titans.
I'm feeling you on this bye week. I actually don't even have a starting quarterback in TSF 144 this week. My normal starter, Jalen Hurts, is on bye. Russell Wilson, who's one of my backups, ended up out. Carson Wentz, who's my other backup, is now on the IR. There is nothing on the waiver wires, but thank God I get Jalen Hurts after this week back, and I don't have to worry about it again. For me, I'm with you. Give me Matty Ice, who I think has finally maybe found some rhythm in this offense. Should I sit my whole team on the bench just so Candy Bars has a chance? Man, Blake, you can take that shit on up out of here with your 1-4 having ass. You're going down today. Don't give a shit about the projections. I don't care that I don't have Stephon Diggs today. I don't care that I don't have Justin Jefferson today. Candy Bars about to rain on your parade, son. You heard it here first. PPR, Brandon Cooks or Isaiah Pacheco. Trade in the flex. Sorry. The Pacheco trade in the flex.
I'm gonna stick with Pacheco here.
I am absolutely not. Give me Brandon Cooks in this tasty ass matchup against the Raiders. I do like Pacheco plenty. I think Brandon Cooks is a smash start. There is definitely a range where Pacheco becomes a must start, and it's well below Brandon Cooks to me. So,
yeah, I mean, like me, I'm just trying to be almost 1 week ahead of it, so that's why I would probably go Pacheco over Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, I just think more pieces of the receiving attack for the Texans are going to get more involved from here on out after their bye week. So.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm not talking about rest of season or long term. I'm just talking about a start this week. Give me Brandon Cooks. I mean, he's got a really safe floor. Hasn't come anywhere close to having a ceiling this year. I like Pacheco. I like him a lot, but I mean, I just think Brandon Cooks is too good to start over him. Joey Fickle wants to know, what did he miss? Why we high on Pacheco this week? Why don't you let him in on the news, Travis?
So I'm higher than Jeremy Pyle on Pacheco this week. So yeah, so it was announced this morning that Pacheco had taken over the starting role for the Kansas City Chiefs. So he's at least going to see the early down work, the first and second down work on the team. We'll see how he does on the third down. So I don't imagine. I mean, imagine that's kind of more split between Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jerick McKinnon going forward, the third down work. But Pacheco being that 1-2 down work, he's a lot more explosive, and if he gets out in the secondary, he's gone. He's gone. So
he gone. Yeah. So I think Andy Reid just finally wised up and finally realized, hey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not good at football, and I need to get this young kid in here. I bet you they're kicking themselves in the ass for passing on Jonathan Taylor, passing on DeAndre Swift, hell, even passing on Cam Akers for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We got another one, Damian Harris or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'll go first on this one. This one, I am not touching Clyde Edwards-Helaire with anything. I don't love Damian Harris this week by any means, but I am smashing Harris versus CEH.
Yeah, and Harris has practiced in full, and something we talked about Thursday is that I could see a lot of running in this game against the Chicago Bears. Damian Harris should get plenty of work. It wouldn't be surprising to me if Damian Harris, between him and Stevenson, it wouldn't be surprising if one of them got 2 touchdowns on the week.
It wouldn't be surprising to me if both of them got 2 touchdowns on the week against these sorry-ass Bears.
It wouldn't be surprising to me either.
The Bears start their new 2-game losing streak today, or Monday, with that loss against New England before they get that ass whooped next week against Dallas. Boy, cannot wait for it.
Not going to happen. Upset of the year.
Upset of the year. As in, that's the most upset you're going to get this year when my Cowboys make it rain like the Isaiah Pacheco trade. Wyatt Brown, he's getting the start over CEH. Wyatt Brown, tell me how you feeling about that. You're one of my favorite Kansas City Chiefs fans. Also, be like Wyatt Brown. He's watching us on YouTube. You can do the same thing and bang that bell while you are at it.
Oh.
You ever been to that stadium? You ever been in that atmosphere?
No, I've never been to a game
Wild.
Never been to a game there, but I did drive by it on my way back from your house last year.
Yeah, you did. We need to catch a game up in Kansas City with Wyatt and Glenn sometime. It's good ass time. Mike Big Pump wants to know Dakota Rain Prescott or Geno Smith. Then he wants to know Biden, Lockett, or Melvin Gordon. I'll tell you right now, I'm not picking Biden. So anyway, I'll let you take the first stab at this.
I'm gonna go Dak Prescott. I don't know. We'll kind of see how the finger is, but I think they'll be fine. I think they're gonna get a lot of points this week against this Lions team, and the Lions team is also going to be coming out heavy and ready to play. Yep. And I'll probably go Tyler Lockett in his game. I know he kind of came off the injury report like last second, and but he should be good to go. And I think he's a smash play this week too.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, my daughter's not feeling too good today, and she was yelling for me. For me, I'm going Geno Smith. I get it. Dak's got a tasty matchup. I'm not ready to go back there. To me, I think Geno also has a tasty matchup. The Chargers defense, they paid a lot of money for them to be this bad. And Geno Smith's been balling all year. I think this is going to be a shootout. It's tough because as far as implied totals, I believe these are the 2 games with the highest ones. Dallas and The Lions are 49, and then the Seahawks and Chargers are 50.5. I'm rolling out Geno, and then on the other side, give me Tyler Lockett. Double that up. Bacon time, baby. I'm hungover from the claws and I need some grub. Get you some grub, baby. Get you some grub. That's Vance Schlitz, our official sideline reporter right there. He sent me some provocative pictures last week of him making bacon wearing nothing. Big Pump Pump says driving, sorry for the spelling. Hey, it's all right, baby. Don't crash your car. Be careful. But we definitely appreciate the support. Patriot Sports Radio. Let's go. If you haven't checked it out already, I was on with them 2 times yesterday. And my boy Elio for Average Joe's, who's joining us next Thursday, was on this morning. Patriot Sports Radio. They got a hell of a podcast going. Love those boys. Do me a favor, bang that bell, Chris, Eric, whichever one of y'all that is. Up next, Facebook user Damian Harris, Romeo Dobbs, Master Bateman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, David Montgomery. You need to start 3. Don't tell me what I need to do.
David Montgomery is the one that sticks out right away to me to start. Probably Romeo Dobbs and Damian Harris on the other side.
So I think we're close on this one. I'm taking Montgomery. I'm taking Master Bateman, and I am taking Romeo Dobbs. Got another one. Drew Dynamite. 3-time Michael DeVinny wants to know Brandon Ayuk or Master Bateman.
I'll go Brandon Ayuk in this game. This is also going to be a game where Jimmy Garoppolo can throw the ball around a bunch because the Kansas City Chiefs are allowing like the 3rd most yards to quarterbacks. So he was also my write-up of the week for the other side of it was Jimmy Garoppolo this week as a smash play.
I think Ayuk's big bust game, big breakout game was last week. Give me Master Bateman. I think the Ravens need to get something going in this offense, and I think he's clearly been a missing ingredient.
They have something. They have something. They got Deshaun Jackson this week.
They do got
Your
Deshaun
former
Jackson.
Philadelphia Eagle! Fly, Eagles, fly!
I did you all a favor, and I put Travis on mute, so you guys don't have to listen to that bullshit that he's spewing over here. Look, the Eagles are on bye this week, so bye, Eagles, bye. Get the hell on out of here. We don't want to talk about them. Give me Master Bateman, and I'm probably avoiding Deshaun Jackson's old ass. So Patriot Sports, CMC might see some goal line work. I agree. I said it earlier, and I think I actually took this from one of you guys. Type of game where he could see 3 touches, 2 touchdowns, So I absolutely agree with that. Facebook.
I could almost see them like almost using him like putting him in there for the Debo packages only. You know what I mean? That's been pretty beneficial for Debo, for the last year. So like even if that's all he gets, he can probably score on that. He's probably going to get you 10 points.
Yep, I agree 100%. So, Facebook user Darnell ain't worth a damn Moody, DJ Moore, or Garrett Wilson. Not a big Wilson fan anymore with Zach back.
I mean, I can understand like you're not gonna probably want to play it out against the Broncos, other than their running back Breece Hall. Yeah, I'm probably going to be DJ Moore this week in his matchup. I do know that, like he hasn't really done much of anything all season, but I feel like this is kind of the get right time for DJ Moore to kind of find his footing this week. And I just don't trust Mooney either, in the Bears offense that only throws the ball damn near only 15 times a game. Like he does get, good catches, some good yardage once in a while, but other than that, it's been a total shit show in Chicago, and like the volume just isn't there for anybody in Chicago.
So for me, I know you're not a big Zach Wilson fan anymore, or you're not a big Wilson fan with Zach Wilson being back, but I just got to tell you, Zach Wilson probably the best starting quarterback of any of these three guys' options. I don't want anything of Justin Fields or the PJ Walker. I'm smashing Garrett Wilson, man. I think the Jets are going to continue to be competitive. I do think the Broncos have a little bit tough of a run D, so I still don't think that stops the Breece Hall train. I think Wilson has the best chance of everybody of this group to have a big splash day or to get you in the end zone. I'm choosing Garrett Wilson.
One of my biggest reasons too for DJ Moore though is because now he's the only horse in town.
I mean, he's been the only horse in town and still has.
I mean, now it's really it's really only him. No more Robbie Anderson, no more Christian McCaffrey. The tight ends ain't it. No other receivers are it. It's
don't got a quarterback. Don't got a line. Their defense is falling apart. What part of that do you want, man? It's just are you trying to?
It's literally him.
Are you trying to rescue a nice couch out of a burning building? Fuck that. Let it burn, baby. I want that part of DJ.
I think now is the perfect buy time in your league to buy low on DJ Moore. If you can get it done before kickoff today, send something mediocre. Send Darnell Mooney for DJ Moore because he is the only horse in town.
Do me a favor, Travis, in all of our leagues, go check and see if I have DJ Moore in all of them because I'll sell you every damn share that I own. I want no part of it. Get me off of this ride.
I have one Dynasty share, and that's in our TSF Mini Mixer League. And
Dynasty's a different story, obviously.
Yeah, but otherwise I don't have a share of them. But I'd be willing to go out and trade for them if I could trade low on somebody.
Anyway, I'm done talking about DJ Moore. Jangalang, Derek Lang wants to know, what's up, Duvernay or Latavius Murray in the flex this week?
I probably have to go Duvernay over Latavius Murray. I don't trust anything in the Broncos offense. Is it Melvin Gordon? Is it Latavius Murray? Is it Mike Boone? Who knows?
Mike Boone!
The offense is just ridiculously bad. The Bears have a better offense than the Broncos at this point. It doesn't matter if Russ was healthy or non-healthy. It's for me, it's Duvernay. It's pretty easily Duvernay for me.
I agree. I'm smashing my boy Devin Double D's Duvernay. Speaking of Double D's, Drew Deviney, Dynamite Drew, 3-time Dynamite Drew wants to know, and is Jonathan Taylor going to get it going or what? Hell yes, he is. I just traded for him a couple weeks ago in the trenches, and I knew I was going to take an L by making this trade, but I sent out Dalvin Cook, I sent out Gabe Davis, and I brought in Jonathan Taylor, and I brought in Jalen Waddle. It was a long season play. I think the Colts have finally got their offense kind of going in the right direction just in time to plug in Jonathan Taylor back in. What say you, Mr. Sumter?
One of the things I really do not like is I do not like the matchup against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, why they have been shitty on their secondary and they've been shitty in their passing defense. They're kind of top notch in their rushing defense. And Jonathan Taylor really didn't do too well against them the last time they were out. I don't know how well the ankle really truly is, and if he's 100%. 80% Jonathan Taylor is better than most other people starting running backs anyway. But I guess maybe you're kind of hoping for a touchdown this week. I don't know. We'll kind of see. Maybe the Colts come out and take a lead, and then they kind of just run the ball more, and you get it through the volume that way too. I just don't know if I'm 100% trustworthy in Jonathan Taylor as of yet.
I'll take 20% Jonathan Taylor over 100% DJ Moore all day. I'm just going to say that right there. PP or flex spot PPR, Brandon Cooks or Pacheco trade. We already did that one. Hold on, I done got myself lost again. There we go. Cade Otton or Evan Ingram. I'm going Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I'll go Evan Ingram too.
DJ Moore, Deontay Foreman, Latavius Murray, or Michael Carter? Big Ben Kaiser wants to know.
So I just got a thing. It was just announced that Chuba Hubbard is the starter there in Carolina. I'm probably gonna go DJ Moore here.
This is the situation where I would absolutely go DJ Moore. You got it sounds like you got a bunch of beat up furniture that's burning in the house right now. So go ahead and save that couch. Could be DJ Moore. Jangalang wants to know Chuba Hubbard or Daniel, the bell ringer Bellinger.
I'm not gonna chase the touchdown of Bellinger this week. I'm gonna go Chuba Hubbard.
I am going to chase the touchdown and give me Bellinger. If Allen can't go, Duvernay, Reynolds, Hardman, Carter, or Thornton.
I'm guessing that's DeAndre Carter.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's who it is as well. It could be Michael Carter.
I mean, I really do like what I've seen on Thornton so far. I think I want to go Josh Reynolds out of this grouping.
I am going to go with Double D. Give me Devin Duvernay on this one. Thanks, Raise Hell, Praise Dell. As always, we know you've already banged that bell. Ooh, we got a new one. Game on Sports, News and Picks. Got to hang out with Will yesterday as well with PSR. He says Mariota for sure. He's on a roll. If you haven't got a chance, check out Game On. That's some really, really good stuff on the betting side. David Genus and his big old you-know-what says, really weird watching y'all on my big screen. Any news on Keenan Allen?
The latest I had heard is that they were going to take him out in pregame warmups and see if he was good to go. I don't know. I played this game a couple of years ago with Keenan Allen where he was kind of like this and came off the hamstring and ended up just absolutely being dog shit for me. Either way, I just don't know if I want to really trout him out there, even in this good matchup.
Man, smoke him if you got him, I guess. If you got Keenan Allen and you don't have a sexier option, if he's healthy, I would start him. If he's playing, I would start him. I look at a guy like Justin Herbert. He's first in the league in completions, fourth in passing yards, sixth in touchdowns, and he's done all of that with a fractured rib and without his number one wide receiver because Big Mike is not it, and now I am convinced of that. So for me, if Keenan Allen plays, I'm starting him unless if I have just a much better option. I would start him over DJ Moore. I would start him over Darnell Mooney. If he's playing, I'm going to try to trot him out there. David Genus, I'm waiting for Allen news too. Don't forget to click that like button. That goes for all of y'all. Click that thing. Joey says, stop with that Pacheco shit till we see something. Joey, stop with that CeeDee Lamb shit until I see something. You always telling me how great CeeDee Lamb is. I ain't seen it yet. Give me all that Pacheco. Listen.
I'll take for your CeeDee Lamb right here. CeeDee Lamb, he'll finish number one wide receiver on the week.
Hat bet right now. Hat bet.
I'm giving you probably 1,000 to 1 odds, but I'll take the hat bet. I'll take the hat bet.
Hell yeah. To me, man, on the Isaiah Pacheco train, you got two choices. You can get on early or you ain't catching it. I'm getting the fuck on early. That's all I'm saying. Richard Jalapeno wants to know, cook on by, please pick 2 out of these 3 for PPR. Pollard, Dylon, or Brian Robinson.
I guess it's not the best to choose from here, but I'm going probably the first 2 you have listed here.
Yeah, I am also going Pollard and Dillon. I want no part of Brian Robinson. Daniel Beebe dropped Njoku this morning because someone dropped Dalton Schultz. I'm going to start him over Hawkinson. I'm assuming that's in your 6-point league where 6-point passing or 6-point touchdown, 6 points for 100 yards. I don't hate it, but I would probably go Hawkinson over Schultz.
Yeah, I'm probably the same way with you.
Okay. Josh Beasley says, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Josh. How are you, baby? Should I bench Jeff Wilson for Everett? Got Hall, Mostert, and Stevenson going, and Kelsey is my tight end.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good call to probably bench him against I don't know. I just don't know how much work we're going to see out of Jeff Wilson either this week. So I don't know if it's worth starting over Gerald Everett.
I'm going Jeff Wilson, man. I think this is the last week you could squeeze anything out of him. I still think he will be definitely involved in this offensive game plan. I don't think they'll, give all the carries to CMC right away. So I would put in Jeff Wilson over Everett on this one. Josh Beasley, is it time to trade Swift and redraft? Go ahead and answer that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I did see that Swift is out in the game this week, and what's your situation? Where are you at? I mean, if you're really desperate and you need the wins, probably go out and you trade him. I don't really know. I like he's probably going to be a top, 6 RB the rest of the way during the season if healthy. So I imagine that he's probably back in the next week's game. So yeah, I probably just hold on to him just for now.
I also am holding on to him for right now. To me, man, if you're going to trade a guy like DeAndre Swift, wait until he has that huge, massive value. I'm not trying to trade him while his value's so low. All right. Richard Mikhailov wants to know Schultz or Bellinger in the Superflex.
I'm probably going to go with Dalton Schultz in that matchup.
I think I agree. This is where I would start Dalton Schultz. I would put him back in to the mix here over Bellinger. Holding it down, Wyatt Brown. I'm excited for Pacheco. He is more expensive than CEH. I think he's been explosive. Yeah. Reminds me of the Kareem Hunt days.
Yeah, probably, but not quite as good with his hands probably as Kareem Hunt has been. But definitely, I think he definitely has that explosiveness to be that kind of running back that can really, burst out those 20-yard runs in between the 20s. Like I said, maybe the third down work would be kind of limited. He's okay in pass protection, but I imagine that it's more or less, CEH and Jerick McKinnon splitting the third down work from here on out.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm really excited about him as well. Coltez Martin, Standard League, Cooks, Pickens, or Jacoby Myers.
That one is kind of really tough. I don't really want any part of Steelers, at least not right now. I'm probably Jacoby Myers in the game against the Bears.
If this were PPR, I would smash Jacoby Myers. I think Brandon Cooks has a pretty good chance of getting the end zone this week, so I'm taking Brandon Cooks in this one. Facebook user, with Master Bateman having the late game, would it be smart to put him in the lineup since everyone else starts at 11 and Bateman is questionable? Who else do you have on this roster? It would help me if I kind of understood the landscape of this question more. If you have a suitable backup who you can plug in place of Rashad Bateman, I would certainly do that.
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing here, but I'm guessing that maybe he's probably got enough running backs, or he's probably got that in his flex, and he probably is questioning that. That's probably why he's probably. I don't know. Otherwise, if you have the opening in your flex, I would just move I'd move Bateman in your flex for now.
Dynamite Drew, D-Jack is inactive. Got people talking about Deshaun Jackson again in 2022, Travis Sucker. I can't believe it. Chris Horde with the E. I asked Thursday.
I'll just say too, with him being inactive, that probably means good news for Rashad Bateman this week, that he's probably good to go.
Yep. Chris Horn with the E says, I asked Thursday, but do you think I should still start Matt Ryan over Jimmy G now that the 49ers got Christian McCaffrey? I do.
Yeah, you can't I don't know if you can really go wrong on either one here. But yeah, I'll go Matt Ryan over Jimmy G.
Dynamite Drew, what it do? The 49ers offense is going to be so dynamic. I could see Debo in the backfield and McCaffrey in the slot in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, they got people they can move all over the damn field, man. It's going to be. Could you imagine this offense with a developed Trey Lance, Travis? Like, oh, nasty.
The thing is though, all right. So I'm just gonna put this out there into the world. If Jimmy G takes this team and wins the Super Bowl this year, what do you do with Trey Lance then?
They probably still trot his ass out in week 1 next year.
I don't think so. You don't do that.
Why? I mean, it's not like Jimmy G's already taken him to a Super Bowl. Jimmy G's taken him to a championship game. Like, it's clear they don't want Jimmy G.
I'm the biggest Trey Lance fan that you probably know. And I'm the one saying that. I'm the one saying this.
I agree. You are the biggest Trey Lance fan I know, and I kind of feel like with your lighting, you're trying to be in witness protection, so people don't know that's Travis Sumner over there. So witness protection.
A little better.
Woo! Woo! Golly, boy, he went from witness protection to here I am. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I still think Trey Lance is the QB of the future for those guys. Dynamite Drew, just for packages, obviously not all the time. Yeah, we got you. Augustine Goosenlob, one of our favorite listeners on YouTube, says, yo, you like Kenyon Drake or Damian Harris?
I like Kenyon Drake. I liked him last week before they even bust out in the game. I picked him up in our Content Creator League. I know it's a 14-team league, but I mean, I picked him up and started him with Mark Ingram last week and beat Mike Beneker, and I love that. Kenyon Drake has the lead horse role right now, at least in this offense. So, I mean, I know there's not like a lot of checkdowns to go around to Kenyon Drake and with Lamar Jackson in the backfield. But yeah, give me Kenyon Drake, fire him up. He's a weekly starter, at least until Gus Edwards is back.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Kenyon Drake. But the question was, do we like either of these guys? No, I don't like either one of them. But if I have to choose one, I am choosing Kenyon Drake. Matt Jonah wants to know, in a guillotine league, would you put in Pitts over Corey Davis or Devontae Parker?
I don't want no part of Kyle Pitts from here on out. I'm done. I'll see about him next year. I'm done with it for now.
It's sad. I'm going Kyle Pitts. Give me Kyle Pitts. He hasn't fallen down this far.
I've just been so burned. Like, I just don't want to I don't even want to entertain it anymore. How about that?
How do you see Ayuk fitting into 49ers offense now with CMC? Can all the mouths get fed in San Francisco?
I mean, we're not even just talking about Ayuk here. We're talking about Jeff Wilson still there. You're going to have Elijah Mitchell eventually back. This is more beneficial to Jimmy Garoppolo more than anything else right now. I do think the way that the offense operates, it operates through Debo. I don't think that's going to necessarily discontinue just because CMC comes into the fold. See, this offense is still going to run through Debo, and he's still the number one target, the number one go-getter in this offense.
I think they're going to cannibalize each other in a lot of ways. I think there will be some Ayuk weeks. I think there will be some Debo weeks. I think there will be CMC weeks. And I think I agree with you in the pecking order. I think it'll go Debo, CMC, and then Ayuk. So it does definitely make me a little bit more hesitant on my Ayuk shares, but he's still going to have his weeks where he pops. Also, rest of the season, who would you rather have, Ayuk, Jacoby, OBJ, or Claypool? Give me Jacoby.
Yeah, I also heard. I think this morning that Odell Beckham isn't due to come back till mid-December. So I don't even think Odell Beckham is rosterable unless you have a deep dynasty league at this point.
I will also say this: there's a lot of smoke on the Claypool to the Packers stuff. Chase Claypool ends up joining the Packers, he instantly is elevated on this list to me. Probably still slightly behind Kobe, but I think he would have a lot more valuable at that stage, or a lot more value at that stage.
I would instantly move Claypool ahead of all four of these guys.
Man, I really like Jacoby Myers. He's been doing really well this season. So I'm not ready to cast him out, so to speak, when I haven't even seen Aaron Rodgers be a decent quality quarterback so far this season.
You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it today.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see it the last 2 damn weeks too.
Aaron Rodgers is not about to let this team lose 3 in a row to these shitty ass teams. MVP Aaron Rodgers is coming out today.
Did you know that this is the first time in the Flu era that they've lost 2 consecutive games?
Yeah, this is probably going to be his worst winning percentage and to start his career or whatever.
Who is going to take more of an ass whooping today? The Commanders or the Panthers?
I'm going to say that I don't know. As it seemed like the Buccaneers have been kind of playing down to their competition as of late. I mean, you would have thought they would have smashed the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, but they absolutely didn't, and they ended up losing that game. I don't know what's going on in Tampa Bay. I don't know if they're going to figure it out. I mean, maybe it's the whole divorce thing, the Giselle thing. I don't really fucking know. You know what? Give me the Commanders. I think they're going to make it a little bit closer at least. And I don't know. It's tough.
Do you think the Commanders are going to be closer to the Packers than the Panthers are to the Buccaneers? Is that what you're saying, or the other way around?
I mean, I would hope and pray that Tom Brady fucking blows the Panthers out of the water when they don't have anything on their fucking team.
Who is better, the Panthers as constructed today or the Steelers as constructed last week with Minka and all their starters out on the freaking in the secondary?
How does Mike Evans and Chris Godwin not feast in that matchup? I just do not get it. I don't know what they're trying to do. It seems like I don't know if they're just trying to overrun the ball with Leonard Fournette, and they think that they're just going to pound the ball in the run game. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of things.
I do know the Buccaneers have a 13 point favorites this week over the Panthers, so I'm kind of expecting them to smash. The Packers are only 4.5 point favorites over the Commanders, which was very surprising to me. I think the Buccaneers and Packers both get right this week, though. Glenn Zampolini says, "Didn't turn the heat on yet, Travis. You look cold."
It's not that cold. I'm just.
Little did you know, Travis Sumter, he's always bringing the heat. He's like Luka Doncic in the first quarter against the Memphis Grizzlies last night, just bringing it.
He's going to average 40.
I don't think he will, man, if he keeps not getting to play in the fourth quarters because we run these teams out of the
I love it. I love if he's sitting on the bench every fourth quarter. I'm completely okay with it. Because that means we're winning, and that's all that fucking matters.
Just win, baby. I would love it if Christian Wood was the highest scoring player on our team because he ended up with more minutes than Luka because Luka's always sitting his ass down in the second half. Love it. It's a great time to be a Dallas Mavericks fan, y'all. Y'all want to talk about a train you need to hop on? It's the Luka Magic train. Colt says, let's sprinkle in some dynasty. Najee Harris and a 23 first or Deebo Samuel.
I'm on the Najee side here with the first. I think the Najee and Deebo are a little bit closer than what people are probably giving it in dynasty. Deebo's still pretty young. Najee's only 24 years old. I mean, he's 24 years. He's 24 years old. I mean, he's one of the reasons why I kind of sold high on him. I mean, other than I didn't think the production was really going to repeat this year because there's only been like one running back in the last 20 years that has repeated that 350 touch mark and then came out the next season and repeated that again. And so that's kind of why I faded Najee a bit and I sold him in dynasty. But I'm definitely on the first in Najee over Deebo.
I would also take the first and Najee over Debo just because of the first. I would take Debo over Najee heads up easy because wide receivers just have longer careers. Najee he already is an older running back, if we're being honest. I know that sounds funny that a 24-year-old running back is old, but in this league, that's that's closer to being toast than it is to being elite. I mean, Todd Gurley's what, 28? Right, and just retired yesterday, and that guy was one of the best freaking wide receivers of this era, or running backs of this era. So to me, I'm trying to sell Najee anywhere I can in Dynasty, but not with a 23 first for Debo, because that 23 first, that class is going to be pretty phenomenal, I think, and I think you can get some really good value there. Facebook user says, we are finally witnessing the fall of Tom Brady. He's got teammates telling him to get up out my face. He's losing respect of team and emotions are getting the best of him. He can't be in GOAT talk if he's not a family man. I would stab Tom Brady with a knife in real life. Okay, so a lot to unpack here. Okay, so first of all, Facebook user, you probably need a little bit of counseling if you're trying to stab somebody in real life that plays football. That's a little cray-cray, just saying. But look, man, I'm not ready to write off Tom Brady. We're ready to write off Tom Brady. Let's write fucking Aaron Rodgers off too, right? Let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Look, Brady's like 117 years old. He's in a the decline finally, 10 years after Max Kellerman said it, right? But I am not ready to write off Tom Brady, and I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Brady's the fucking GOAT, and there's not anybody that's really a close second if we're being honest. Tom Brady has all the stats. Tom Brady has all the accolades. Tom Brady has all the rings. Tom Brady, it's open and fucking shut. He's the greatest to ever do it. Like, call him DeColdest Crawford if you want, because he is the best to ever do it. Travis, what do you think about it?
I think you pretty much said it all, and I'm just going to say this must be a Kevin Durant burner account, so...
I think this might be Vance Schlitz. I agree, Jordan. Luka to the Magic would be special. Man, Luka ain't trying to play.
No!
Yeah, Luka ain't trying to play for that busted ass franchise.
Yeah, they don't want to try to play for some poverty franchise. All due respect. I did like what I seen from France and the Magic last night. I was kind of watching that game. And the rookie looked good too. So.
Hey, the good news is though is the Magic are shit awful, so they at least have a pretty good chance on the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes at the end of the season. I do think it will end up going to my boy Colt Martin's Detroit Pistons, though.
I think the Magic are a year away.
I think they're farther away than that. But anyway, we're here to talk about football today. True Serum basketball. We trying to make a comeback. It's going to happen one of these days. Where do you see Cam Akers falling? Also, is Kyron Williams worth a stash? I see Cam Akers falling in the fucking unemployment line. I see Cam Akers falling down when he tries to go to the fridge to get a drink in the middle of the night. Cam Akers ain't got no knees. Cam Akers ain't got no Achilles. Cam Akers is done. Stick a fork in him. I'm out. Out.
So I'm not all the way out. I got 1 foot out the door. I think the Baltimore Ravens are the team that probably calls for him.
Because that's exactly what they need is another broke down running back, right?
I mean that's what they do, right?
You're right. You right. How do you feel about Kyron Williams as a stash?
Yeah, I mean, what is he, second on the team now? So, I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
I agree. I think he's worth a flyer. Facebook user, last time Brady was 3-3, he won the next 7 games. You're damn right he did. They call that GOAT stuff right there. Big Ben Kaiser, running backs' ages are like half a wide receiver's age. A 25-year-old running back is basically a 30-year-old wide receiver. They might still explode like rice, but just as likely to be washed. Agree.
Yeah, that you said it 100%. all the way. See, like a lot of times when I'm building a dynasty roster straight out the gate, and you can kind of see it in our Mixer League. And I'll show you that. Like, I draft a lot of wide receivers. I go wide receiver heavy because they hold longer term value than running backs.
I think
that's about all it is.
I think one of the biggest misses in dynasty football is I think people way overvalue running backs in those formats. Give me all the quarterbacks, give me all the wide receivers. I'll play the waivers. I'll figure that shit out, man. On the running back side.
I mean, like look at mine in that league. I literally trotted out Nyheim Hines and Tony Pollard, and I had Walker sitting on the bench, and now Walker's thrust into the starting role, and all my other positions are filled out. So I mean, I'm sitting Gucci now.
I would like to thrust in and fill out a couple of your positions, Travis. Sideline reporter Vance here. With the league transitioning to more of a passing league, fantasy will follow. Most teams I see in first place are the ones with first-round wide receivers. So let's look at that. The Eagles have Devontae Smith, but I don't think he's the reason they're in first. But, you know, they do have Devontae Smith. Bills have Stephon Diggs. He wasn't a first-rounder. Chiefs don't really have a first-round wide receiver. So I'm not as sure that necessarily is the case, but I think it would be an interesting case study to look at the correlation between first-round wide receivers and the success of their teams.
One of the biggest things is for the first round wide receivers, and why you see more of that happening is because of the salary cap and how much wide receivers are now getting paid in the NFL. They're getting paid near 30. Yep, they get that $30 million, and they want that the teams want the ability to have that fifth-year option over those wide receivers.
I agree. Big Ben Kaiser, game is just too physically hard on running backs. And you're right, man. And that's one of the reasons I was banging the drum and so high on Ezekiel Elliott this year. Because, look, man, has he been great? No. Has he been sexy? No. Does he score points for you week in and week out? And is he healthy every single damn week? He is. And so I completely agree with you on that. You just can't trust running backs in 2022. You can't do it. Facebook user Vance here. Don't talk bad about the Magic unless you favor getting stabbed with a knife in real life. Vince, bro, stop trying to stab people. What the hell's wrong with you today? Who hurt you, Vince? What? All right, we're going to close out the show with this one. Jared Goff or Davis Mills in the Superflex.
So Jared Goff against that tough Cowboys defense.
Give me Davis Mills.
I think so too. Like I kind of talked about earlier, I think more wide receivers are going to get used starting this week too out of their bye. I could see a world where Nico Collins kind of gets it going too this week. Yep.
Nico Collins was in my bold predictions list. I'm actually, this next week, going into week 8, I'm going to recap all of those bold predictions and see how I'm doing, so I'm a little nervous about it. But I'm going after David General Mills. He's got a pretty tasty matchup against the Raiders this week. He should be able to score and throw on this offense, so give me General Mills. So outside of that, I think that's it for the questions today, and I'm going to go tend to my child who is a little bit under the weather, so we're not going to stay the full 2 hours today. If you have any last-minute questions, feel free to hop in mine or Travis or even Joey's DM. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at TruthSerumFF. Find us on Instagram. You guys already know the deal on Facebook. Make sure you bang that bell and subscribe to us on YouTube. And most importantly, as always,
stay true.